F-A-T. It's in the name.
Welcome into the Helping Healing Humor podcast with Ben and Travis. Today, we have a special, honored, amazing human being, a wonderful guest that surpasses any guest we've ever had. That's right, Caleb Sampson from Heritage Christian University, the man who recruited us, basically the Nick Fury of Ministry League is what I'm calling. And we'll have that conversation right after these important messages. This episode of the Helping Healing Humor with Ben and Travis podcast is brought to you by Faulkner University's Leaders Connect Retreat 2023 on campus in Montgomery, Alabama on June 12th through the 15th. This year's focus is on helping your congregation thrive in a post-pandemic world. Your elders, deacons, preachers, and their wives, future leaders, and Bible class teachers are invited to be encouraged and encourage those who will lead our congregations in the future. You can get more information and register at www.faulkner.edu/leaders-connect-2023 or click on the link in the description of this episode. That's www.faulkner.edu/leaders-connect-2023. I'm Travis Creasy. That's All Pro Counselor Ben Hayes.
We are glad that you are with us on the Helping Healing Humor podcast this week. And as Travis mentioned, we have a really special guest and a great friend of the podcast and of pretty much everything. I think he's involved in pretty much everything. And we'll let him tell us a little bit more about some of those things in just a moment. But Caleb Sampson is with us. How you doing?
I'm good. Y'all can keep doing the intro. I'm enjoying you flattering me.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, Dale Jenkins just walked across the parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know.
I see the hair
setting
bouncing over the cars.
The real preacher.
That's right.
At this Thrive conference, that's where we're at.
We were accused of saying the old preachers. We said the
real
preachers
Caleb
were
Sampson
in the
may
other
have floated
ring.
that wrong translation over to the other building.
I feel kind of jealous because you can see his head over the cars and you can see his hair over the cars.
Probably can't see either of those things with you, but we appreciate you for all the other things that you do.
So we want to talk about some of the things you're involved with. We're here at Thrive Conference, which has a lot of connections with Project Unify. And so if you want to start off a little bit with that, tell us a little bit about Project Unify, what you do with them, and then we'll get to the other 25 things that you're involved in.
Project Unify falls really under the umbrella of 1615 Ministries from Mark 16:15, and we have a number of things that we're a part of. So Project Unify is evangelistic disaster relief, because we found that when people are at the lowest point in their life and they're have their house destroyed by a tornado or a fire or a flood, that they are very receptive to any help that you can give and also the gospel. So we try to couple with like the Nashville disaster relief and all the other things that the Brotherhood does to try to add a little bit more of a push for evangelism through the process. And Cody Michael and a number of other guys are actively involved. We've got people in, I think, 5 states now that have congregations that are actively involved. And so we go and try to help out in any kind of disaster, both. And then there's also sort of a local component of a lot of times Cody will go mow somebody's yard or do various things in the area on a smaller scale. And so always looking for an opportunity to kind of use something to get in the door for evangelism. And it has grown into a number of other things that are involved with it. Little Mountain Ministry Camp and the Thrive Conference that helps to support both those endeavors. And so, that's...
Y'all probably been pretty busy the last couple of months too, because we've had a lot of storms, at least in this region, and I know even over in Arkansas and other places. Mm-hmm. So y'all have had pretty busy time.
Yep. Amory, Mississippi, Wynne, Arkansas, and here in Hartselle have had very serious damage, and a lot of good folks pitching in to help and awesome. Trying to make a difference. So we're still, we will be for quite some time in the process of helping to rebuild a lady's house in Wynne, Arkansas, and we've got a guy who's donating a tiny home to her to get her by for now, and so lot of cool things that all kind of come together across the brotherhood to help folks out.
Mentioned
awesome.
the Thrive Conference, which is where we're at right now, Decatur Church of Christ in Decatur, Alabama. And this is an event that y'all do every year in April. It's the last weekend in April. And so we encourage you to make plans to be here. It's kind of an interesting setup that for every person that registers, this year it was free. So every person that registers the church here at Decatur
Mm-hmm.
pays $25 per
Have a-
person that registers. And Ben's going to keep picking at my face. I feel like we're on the National Geographic. And
He didn't eat it,
he's a
though.
gorilla and he's eating these bugs off of me. But and so they donate $25 per person that registers to the Little Mountain
Mhm.
Ministries camp. Right.
Yep.
Make sure I
It's
get
in-
all the words right there.
It's in Winchester, Tennessee, out in the country, and Little Mountain Church of Christ there, and that's where Cody grew up. And so they started I guess it's been 7 or 8 years ago. They started a camp for helping train young and old men in the church to further their talents. And I think on the website it says from 10 years old to 99 years old. So
We're
we have
in.
we have a men's cabin.
We're
We
in.
have intermediate and a young men's cabin, and we're full up every year. And so we've started this year will be the first year for the Oklahoma version of Little Mountain Ministry Camp in
Nice.
Oklahoma City.
Well, he mentioned
It's
that.
a very
and,
nice
and,
place.
And the thing that strikes anyone that gets involved with any of these ministries being here at Thrive Conference is such a heavy emphasis, as it should be, on evangelizing and reaching out and helping people. And everything is in that vein. It's very organized in that direction. And that's something that impresses me, and something that is obvious in all the speakers, all the things. The drive there is to reach people in the name of Jesus. And of course, we need all that we can get, and plus meeting them where they are. I'll let Ben deliver his line.
Yeah, love people where they are. Love them enough not to leave them there.
There you go.
Well, I was thinking through that lesson that was just a moment ago. Reed was talking about evangelism, and I couldn't help but think about Titus chapter 3 and verse 14. Our people must engage in good deeds and meet pressing needs so that it won't be unfruitful. And that one just always pops into my head. That's one of my favorite passages in the scriptures. And so, yeah, it kind of goes along the same vein. Love people where they are, but love them enough not to leave them there, and find a way to help them and support them. And you guys do a great job with it.
We also have the Camp Mariah now, that is a girls' week of
Mhm.
the similar to Little Mountain, and then it's hosted there at Little Mountain. And then we also have the Burning Bush Fire Department. Have you guys seen the fire truck yet?
I've been out there
Yes. Yeah, that's awesome.
a while back. I haven't been this
Yeah.
year, but
Okay.
it's really neat.
Cody is an out of the box thinker, and he's always got something brewing.
It's a good, especially if you have those people and they're thinking of good things to do
Yeah.
rather than random crazy things
Yeah.
like I tend to do. So yes,
What?
very impressed stuff. And Caleb, whether he wants to claim this or not, is the person who recruited us to join the Ministry League app. It's where you can find our podcasts, and so that's why in the intro I referenced him as Nick Fury, as he's out recruiting a much nicer, kinder, gentler
Sure.
Nick Fury.
Yeah, I'm not sure my kids would agree, but yeah. Yeah. Nicer, kinder, gentler, better looking.
Yeah.
All of those things.
All that.
But yeah, no.
How many podcasts do you guys have on that now?
We have over
on the
30.
team?
I'm not exactly sure the number. Things change often, so but we're glad to have you guys on the app. And if you don't have the app, you can download it in an iOS or Play Store. And we have about 100,000 users of the app currently.
Nice.
And we're always trying to get the word out that there's more there. You can listen to all of our podcasts there, or you can listen to them on your favorite podcast player.
Yeah, there's the song. I
Songbook.
think that's
We've
what
actually
everybody
been
uses.
using it this
Songbook,
morning, so.
with the lyrics and slides and everything else. And then, of course, as you mentioned, events, all kinds of stuff. And, of course, here in a couple of weeks, they'll be gathering for the second Ministry League experience. They're having a second one, even though they had us at the
I
first
know,
one. That's
I know.
impressive.
You didn't kill it.
We
But-
did not kill it, so that's
Yet.
good. And then, of course, Caleb, you work at one of our favorite universities, Heritage Christian University, and you kind of head up. Well, why don't you just tell us yourself before I mar the title or all the things that you do?
So I'm the director of media marketing, which sounds fancy, but basically I try to make people look good and try to help improve their tech and their live streams. And I make podcasts for the faculty and all that fun stuff.
And those
You've
from
built
the ones
a
I've heard
rockin'
are
booth
yes,
too
the nice
for
booth.
them. Yeah,
DJ
And,
booth.
yeah,
DJ booth.
DJ, see fresh. And so I know you've got the Ed Gallagher
Yep.
podcast
About
which
scripture.
all the ones I've listened to are phenomenal. And then of course Kurt Brothers, who seems like everything he does is golden baby, golden.
He's an awesome guy. Ministry Matters That Matter is Kirk's. About Scripture is Ed's. And yeah, if you have any questions about angels and demons or Satan, season 1 of Ed's podcast is it is done really, really well. And now he's moved on to Greek and Hebrew. So if you want a deep dive into different words, there's that.
And those are all things that you're not going to get here. So you want to look to those podcasts for sure.
There has to be more brain capacity than what we have combined, and so.
Man, I don't know. I think you guys could go pretty deep. It may have to be very late at night.
Watch out. Coming to
If you'd have listened to us walking down the hall last night going to the hotel, you'd probably think late at night was not the time to get us very deep. Because
I have heard rumors that on the boat, bow
pretty hard.
fishing is a good time for deep,
There's some deep
philosophical and
conversations,
biblical
yeah.
discussions.
There are.
That's tough.
and a lot of sarcasm
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff as well. So yeah.
All right.
The Helping Healing Humor podcast with Ben and Travis is brought to you by Freedom 5K on July the 8th. We will be running it in the Shoals area, and all proceeds go to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. I hate to see children suffer. I used to avoid St. Jude commercials because I just couldn't bear to see the images of kids fighting for their life against a dreaded disease. Then one day we got the call. Several weeks before, doctors in Huntsville had performed surgery on my son to remove a small tumor on his face. The call was from St. Jude. The doctors in Memphis wanted to take more margin around the tumor and run more tests. Within days, we were walking the halls and pulling cypress in the famous Little Red Wagons. I had to see the kids, a lot of them, some in wheelchairs, many missing hair as a result of their treatments. People from all over the world and all different backgrounds. All came for one reason, hope. Hope that they would be able to find a cure. It's that hope that gets me to run even when I don't feel like it. I run not for me, but for the young ones. I run to give them hope. Thankfully, my son is doing well. He bears the mark of St. Jude on his left cheek in the form of a scar. But it's a reminder to me of the fight that other kids are still fighting every day. The Freedom 5K on July 8th is just one more way to raise money for St. Jude. If you can run, then we hope that you will sign up. If you would like to sponsor, you can do that too. For more information or to register, go to benandtravis.com/store.
So as we get into how we like to end things on the episodes, is a little fun question.
Okay.
So we mentioned Dale as he made his way across the parking lot in his immaculate hair.
Mm-hmm.
Who in Ministry League has the best hair?
John Podine,
John Podine.
without question. Yeah.
That's funny.
It's got to be up there. I mean, I can't right now off the top of my head produce a top 5.
Yeah.
But John's in there easy.
Yeah.
So you're gonna throw like Lee under the bus that she doesn't have the best hair? I mean, it's kind of
Trey,
hard.
I'm sure would argue.
Yeah.
But John's is perfectly coiffed hair. That's yeah.
And then you throw in the fact that he's got the song leader gig going for him. You know,
Yes.
we're
He
going
does
to
a good
attempt
job
here in
with
a
it.
little while. That's
This
what
is
it's
the
going to
first
be.
time ever. I think it's the first time ever that we have been asked to lead singing, and we were like, "Oh, cool, fun sing." No. We want you to lead the singing. Like, this could get interesting. I mean, I've led singing through the years, but it's been a while.
That's a long list. Like you spin the wheel of song leaders, and to get to us, there had to have been a lot.
There
of
was
people
a lot
busy.
of people that got called.
I mean,
Like,
a lot of people
nah,
going
they
on.
can't do it.
we've seen the fun sing and the kids stuff, and we know what you're capable of.
Oh, you
we'll
think
see.
you know?
Well, you
Oh,
set us up
well.
real nice with the song leader today. He's been very.
I'm sure you're
very
going to
good.
pull out your phone and do the right key. And
Yeah.
Yes,
probably not.
absolutely. I'm just going to try to find the right song.
Just the right words would be nice.
Well,
But
yes.
Stanley, is that right?
Yes.
Stanley. Yeah, he did a great job. So
Well, it's always a party when the Sampson clan show up,
Mhm.
and so not all of your crew is here this weekend,
right.
but the most important ones are. and so we're thankful
Certainly,
for
yeah,
them.
yeah, definitely.
Thankful for them. I enjoyed
And they
last
brought
night.
us some.
Yes, they brought us ice cream. I should have added that. Caleb Sampson, the bringer of ice cream. But
Briber is more like
Briber of
yeah.
ice cream.
so I'm going to put you on the spot. Give
Okay.
us all those websites for all of these wonderful things they can find. The things
Okay.
that you're doing behind the scenes mostly.
Yes.
But we thought it'd be a good idea to get you here in front of the camera.
Yeah, I appreciate that because I really don't like being in front of the camera that much. That's why I got good
That's
behind the camera.
You're behind the camera
Yes,
all the time.
yes. I have definitely not a face for TV. So now 1615ministries.com is where you would go for anything on Project Unify or to donate or to find out more about Little Mountain Ministry Camp, Oklahoma, Tennessee, or Camp Moriah, and the Burning Bush. All this stuff is on there. And then ministryleague.com to find out more about you guys and anything else that you might want to know about in the Ministry League. Ministry League's been a cool endeavor and fun. We've got a lot of great guys and gals that are participating and trying to be a great resource for the local church. So, and it's all free.
That's
Nice.
even better. And there's lessons and stuff on there
Oh,
too,
yeah.
right? I was thinking that there's
You can
different things
go,
you can-
especially if you're in ministry of any sort, you can go and find retreat packages with artwork and lesson plans and
Nice.
mixer games and everything else, and all the way up to full sermon manuscripts and all sorts of other things that you can download for free.
Excellent. Yeah.
And
that's
of
good
course,
stuff.
hcu.edu.
Mhm.
You want to check in to getting a wonderful education. And also, y'all have tons of things going on
We
the
do.
campus of Heritage Christian University. I know M2Y is going to
Yeah,
be
I was
there
gonna
this
say that.
year.
Yep, M2Y.
It seems like every weekend I'm getting some ding or notification on that something's going on at Heritage. So
Lots of
obviously keep up
material
there.
that's being produced
Yeah.
lately
Yep.
by Heritage as well, and so yeah, good stuff.
And if you come to school on campus, if you are interested in any of our 5 degrees that we offer in ministry, you can go to school for free. So you
Can't beat that with a stick. That's
Sign
awesome.
me up for free. You got a lot of free stuff you're slinging out here.
We
man.
do. You know, I like free. I
Mhm.
am the king of cheap.
Well, Caleb, we appreciate you jumping on with us, sitting here watching us kind of set this up out here outside, and then actually making it work when we couldn't.
Hopefully there's a video of this. that's
Hopefully,
actually recorded.
hopefully I hit that record button.
Thanks for being with us for this episode of the Helping Healing Humor podcast. Be sure to download our free ebook, 28 Days of Focused Living, at benandtravis.com and receive all of our Helping Healing and Humor extra content directly in your inbox. We look forward to having you join us at the same Ben and Travis time, same Ben and Travis channel.